Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing swatches with you from the brand Celestial. They did a collaboration with Colors4Nails and that is what I have. There are 5 holographic polishes here and then a white and a black polish. These are stamping polishes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch them and then we all know that I don't stamp, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to stamp and I'm sure they're going to be fantastic. These were sent to me by Colors4Nails. I will link them in the description box below. I will also link their Instagram page and my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of this collection. These are available right now, so I can go ahead and get into the swatches. So up first we have Zinnia, and this is a almost olivey, but a little bit brighter than olive green linear holographic polish. So here is our first coat of Zinnia. This is the most sheer polish in this collection. It does take 3 coats to become completely opaque, but it is one of the more holographic ones in the collection as well. Very easy to use and work with. It's got a really nice formula, not too thick, not too thin. It doesn't want to run or pull or anything of that sort. So here's the second coat of Zinnia. And again, I can still make out my nail line depending on your application and the thickness of your coats. You may want to go in for 3 coats. This one is also going to dry a lot more holographic than it applies. So if you check it out right before I start my next coat, it is going to look a lot more hollow than it does right now. So here is the third coat of Zinnia, and I am speeding these up just a little bit because I don't want this video to go on too long. I am going to show you the stamping demos here as well. So this is completely opaque in 3 coats. So there is 3 coats. And for stamping today, I'm using my Sexy Cuticles Liquid Nail Tape by MDJ, this stamping head from Born Pretty, as well as this claw for cleanup, and then my Alina Feeling Shapely Plate 2. Everything will be linked in the description box below, so here I am just applying that liquid nail tape all around my nail, and this black base is the black cream in their stamping line. So here is the quick stamping demo, and this is what the green one looks like picked up. And once again, this is the liquid nail tape. I'm going to only show you application of this for this color, but this is the white stamping polish in this collection. And that is what it looks like. And if you want to see photos of these, I will have those on my Instagram, linked in the description box below. And then here is a quick demo of cleanup using this claw in a cotton ball. Up next we have Azure, and this is a bright sky blue holographic linear polish. I'm sorry my camera and lighting really does no justice as far as holographics go. Let me turn this light off and see if it can help at all. No, it didn't, so sorry. So here's our first coat of Azure. And this one covers really well in the first coat. And this one doesn't apply as holographic as it is in the bottle. It has more of a scattered holographic effect, but it also is more on the metallic-y side. So I did have brush strokes. Not all of them go away as it dries, so you do want to just keep that in mind and have a careful application, and if it bothers you, sponge your last coat on. It didn't bother me too bad, and I was more focused on doing straight lines here. But this is completely opaque in 2 coats for me. Again, depending on your application, you actually may be able to get away with just 1. It has a phenomenal formula though. It stays where you put it. It doesn't want to run or pull or anything of that sort. It does dry a little dull, so you will want a top coat. So there's 2 coats. So here I am applying the polish, scraping down, and everything again will be linked in the description box below what I've used. Here it is over Onyx. Up next we have Orchid, and this is a grapey purple with that same linear holographic effect. Sometimes I can catch it, other times I can't. So you're just going to have to trust me. They are all hollow. So here's our first coat of Orchid. This one goes on really nice. It's beautiful here on this first coat. I can still make out my nail line. It is still a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but that's not too bad. It does build up in 2 coats. This one does dry to that linear holographic effect that the first one did, but it will dry a lot more holographic than it applies. So here's the second coat of Orchid, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats. Again, phenomenal formula, just really easy to use. This didn't stain me either. I'm not sure if purples ever stain anybody out there, but it did not stain me. And you don't have to worry about brush strokes or anything with this one either. So there's 2 coats. And here is our quick little stamping demo. Pick it up, show it off. Here it is over Onyx and then over Pearl. Again, I will have photos on my Instagram if you want to see what these looked like. They're the exact same view you're getting now, just in photo form. Up next we have blush, and that is the perfect word for this. This is a light blushy pink linear holographic. So here's our first coat of blush. And like Azure, this one has more of a scattered holographic effect on the nail. But unlike Azure, this one doesn't have like brush stroking issues or like that metallic-y look to it or anything of that sort. It's just more of a scattered holographic effect than a linear holographic effect. And just like most holos, this one will dry much more holographic than it applies. So here is the second coat, and for me, this one does cover completely in 2 coats. Depending on your application, you may opt to go in for a 3rd coat if you do super thin coats, but I'm working in relatively thin coats here already, and this one is completely opaque in 2 coats for me. So there's 2 coats. And here we go with the stamping, and this was probably my favorite one for stamping. I like how it looked both over the black and over the white. I just thought it was really, really beautiful. So you're not going to get an end view there of both of them side by side because I got so excited and wanted to show my husband and forgot about recording it, so I'm sorry. Next up we have Poppy, and this is an in-between red and hot pink linear holographic. So here's our first coat of Poppy. And this one is definitely a close second favorite for me. It covers really nicely here on this first coat. I can still make out my nail line, so I am going to go in for a second coat, but this one is just beautiful. It also has that linear holographic effect as opposed to the scattered holographic that a couple of the ones in this collection have had. Again, really easy to use and work with. Stays right where you put it. I had no staining, just an all-around beautiful shade. So here's our second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats, and it's just gorgeous. Nothing else to say about it. Beautiful. So there is 2 coats. And here is our little stamping demo. Again, easy to use. I figured since these were on the thinner side, it would not pick up, but I'm not a stamper, I don't know. So taking off this liquid nail tape, showing you my finished stuff. Again, go ahead and check out my Instagram for photos. Next up we have Pearl, and this is their white cream. So here is our first coat of Pearl. This one is definitely on the thicker side. This first coat here is very patchy. It's not that it's difficult to use, it's just you have to kind of work in thicker coats, which is fine because they dry decently quick. But to get like an even application of this, you do have to work in thicker coats. This one I am going to go ahead and go in for a second coat just to fix the patching that I had here, and excuse the mess that I'm going to keep making on my forefinger there. But here is that second coat, and I did notice with the second coat, when it's on top of itself levels just fine. But there on the first coat, it's very patchy. I don't understand. So this one does cover completely in 2 coats, and it dries very glossy as well. So a nice quality white. So there's 2 coats. And here is my quick little stamping demo. I was most excited about this one. I don't have a white stamping polish, so I really enjoyed this one a lot. And lastly, for the polishes today, we have Onyx, and this is their black cream. And here is our one and only coat of Onyx. This one does cover completely in 1 coat. Very easy to use and work with. It is a little bit thinner than Pearl was. And if you watch my pinky, it does dry to like a matte finish. It also dries with these little tiny bubbles in it. I'm not sure. I realize these are stamping polishes though. Like they're not necessarily meant to be worn on their own, so this shouldn't be an issue for like most people, but it's a 1-coat black nail polish. I'd wear it by itself, you know, or to put over a stamp. Anyway, completely opaque in 1 coat. And here is the quick little stamping demo for this one. Just beautiful, loved it. Ignore the fact that I missed again. And side by side. I also received the Color4Nails holographic powder as well, so I will be showing that to you over their black cream. It did kind of make a mess in my bag, so I assume it was open just a little bit somewhere, hence the mess, but I will show you just how this applies. So I am using Onyx as a base, my Sparkle & Co. top coat. Again, I will link them in the description box below. I'm also going to use my Jamberry Light as a curing method. Around my nails, I'm going to be using my Edge Perfection just to get as close to my cuticle as possible, as little cleanup as possible. My experience with these holographic powders, they are very messy. I'm going to go in with a sponge this time and see how that works. I've seen it done, and it's nice. It did take me a few tries to get it right, and even then it didn't look nearly as holographic as I wanted it to, but it is not too bad. So there is my final photo. Go to my Instagram page for a couple more. There is no surprise here that my favorite in this collection is Zinnia. This is a beautiful shade. I really, really loved it, and it did such an amazing job at application. I can't speak for the stamping aspect on these because I have not yet used them for stamping, but I will. And that is it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up. Let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.